Hey VC, welcome to my channel, Tony's LPs Are Us. I'm going to do another cleaning. I've been doing a few cleanings, and I picked this up at a separate visit to a thrift store a few weeks ago and really didn't note it on my channel or anything, but I was really astonished to find this at a thrift store with the original souvenir book enclosed, and that's a hardcover book. It's not a paper-bound book. It's not a booklet. It's a one record, but they actually put it in a deluxe box. Back in 1962, this was the closest you could come to reliving the experience of this unbelievable epic on the big screen. Mutiny on the Bounty, 1962. Marlon Brando, Trevor Howard, and Richard Harris starred, with Marlon Brando starring in one of his most iconic performances. I love this movie. Probably seen this movie 20 times. I have it on DVD as well. But if you know anything about this, before this movie was released in 62, the production was so lavish and so over budget and so much over time allotted that it almost bankrupted MGM. So you can look that up. Brando was kind of a leper, if I may, in the movie industry, because he is one of the main reasons, or he was blamed for one of the main reasons why this movie went so much over budget. This is the box set. We're going to clean it, and then you can see the back is really nice, really good condition. There's the spine. Only one record. It's heavy because of the hardcover book, and the record's in really good condition. We're going to clean it. I just cleaned a bunch of jazz records. I showed a few on my channel, and some folks have been asking me what do they sound like, because some of them had, some swirls, some hairlines. These records I don't think have ever been cleaned. This was released in 62, how long ago that is, 60 years. It's never been cleaned, okay, professionally. And I say professionally, using, something like this VPI vacuum record cleaning machine. So I'm going to open this up, show you the inside, and then we'll clean it. Okay, we are back. You can see there's some mold, or almost, haven't seen this too much, but it's almost like a rust on it from some type of a chemical reaction, but I'll try to get that off, maybe with some citrus or some product that's on the market. But here you have extensive notes about the recording, about the Bronzulu Caper, who did the assignment of orchestrating this unbelievable epic. Here's the record, and like I had said previously, this is really in good condition. To get this for $1, I'm a big fan of this movie, and I don't have this soundtrack. I've never even seen this box set. I know about it, but I've never seen it. And here you have the no spindle marks, just a few. Record seems to be in VG plus condition, but of course, the proof is in the listening. Here's the flip. Here's the flip side here. Be careful. Mutiny on the Bounty. The credits indicate that the music is out of sequence to what was in the film. Who knows when this was recorded, and for a record, maybe prior to the music and the soundtrack being edited to the film, so there's always a discrepancy there. But really nice. MGM always has good sounding records. I have a bunch of Herman's Hermit, some Hank Williams, and they always sounded really good. There's the book, and there's the really nice inlay, cardboard inlay. And the book was probably never removed. A little rip there, but white, very white. Don't know how this happened. The air got inside somehow. But there's the book. There's the back. And when I opened it to thumb through it, you could see nowhere, but it actually came with this really nice, glossy, suitable for framing portrait of the Bounty. Her Majesty's, His Majesty's Bounty. Morgan Henninger. Here's a great shot of the two adversaries. And the book is in really, really nice shape. There's the credits. A lot of lavish photos. Back in the day, this is all you had. You had a soundtrack. Maybe you had a book. This was a deluxe package. This probably retailed for $10, I would think, back then, which was a lot of money. But if you were a fan of this movie and you were an adult and you had money to spare to relive this great film, you'd pick up this book and this deluxe package. Don't know how many were sold, but there's the date, 1962. And what we're going to do is we're going to clean this record, and then we'll listen to it, and I'll do a analysis on Tony's LPs R Us. Record is on the record cleaning machine. We're going to put the clamp on it. Give it a start. Spray some of this on it. Some of my cleaning fluid that I made a batch of. And we'll let that soak in. I have a brush that's pretty saturated. Did a lot of records today. And I scrub it in. This record's never been cleaned. It looks like it's clean, but it has microcosms of dirt, dust, paper, smoke, probably breadfruit remnants, if you know what I mean, from the movie. Just gonna clean that. Actually see the liquid flowing through. Gonna give it one more scrub. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna rinse it with distilled water on camera. This but that's what I recommend you do, though. You actually rinse these after you're done with the distilled, with only distilled water. Let's see how that looks. Some water there. Well, it's pretty clean. There's really nothing on this record. Hopefully it sounds as good as it looks. Like in Bonnie and Clyde, when Bonnie was there and Clyde asked his brother, Buck, what do you think? And Buck said, is she as good as she looks? And Warren Beatty, as Clyde Barrow, said, better. So hopefully this will be better than it looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the clamp on. And like I had said, this is a 1962 soundtrack of Mutiny on the Bounty, deluxe box set. Really happy to have this. This is a great find. And we're going to turn on the button. Give it a little spray. Don't have to add too much because this brush is pretty well saturated. I scrub it in pretty good. You can see this is foaming up nicely. I give it a few revolutions. I usually wait until I can't see fluid going through the tube anymore. That's the nice thing about having a clear tube. A lot of the nitty-gritties have a solid tube, which I prefer a clear tube. This tube is kind of cloudy. It just needs a cleaning. I'm going to give it one more spin with another little squirt. I'm not going to use distilled water to rinse on tape, but I recommend you do that if you're cleaning a batch of records. Rinse every one, but use a different brush or different application, obviously, to get the distilled water in the grooves than what you use to actually use the cleaning fluid. So we're going to lock this up, a little toggle. And that looks really nice. There you go. You can see that. It's pretty clean. Here's the book again, and it fits right in this little space. The top, this is hinged. And the record will go right there in a nice MoFi sleeve. And then we'll listen to it, and we'll do a little video on what they sound like. I have 2 jazz records, and this record, or 3 jazz records, and this, which includes a Tony Bennett record, a 6-eye Tony Bennett record that we cleaned. So there you go. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Ciao.